What's up, guys? Stan here with Jerusalem Naturals. I'm giving you guys a quick update on my winter garden. Got my Brussels sprouts coming up here. Can't wait to harvest those in the future. Looking good, looking strong. I have my Lieutenant broccoli that is finally giving me a head of broccoli on there. I'm gonna let that grow out and also regenerate some different heads of broccoli off the side here. Doing great in the garden. Things are still doing great. It is hitting like the 50s in the midday and like 30s at night. So everything back here is kind of like happy in that kind of a range. I still have to move around some things. Like this basil over here has to go inside. My cactuses are gonna have to go inside. They're not gonna be able to survive that, but pretty much everything else, maybe, some lavenders and rosemaries, we'll have to move those around. But most of the things out here can withstand cold temperatures. This is my rosemary that has kept flowers on itself for like a good 4 months. I've never seen a rosemary keep itself in bloom that long. I just chalk it up to it being that happy. Beautiful purple flowers. Y'all know my favorite color is purple. Right? Got my bok choy over here. Doing well. When I got this, it was like a third of the size. Look how big that is. Look how broad the leaves are. Look at this. Crisp, hardy leaves. This is like when you go to the market, you don't even get bok choy this big. Natural, organic bok choy. Look at that. Bok choy. So check this out over here. I got more broccoli coming in. It's a nice head of broccoli right here. Another Lieutenant broccoli. And like I said, I'm gonna get more shoots off the side down here. Getting a maximum amount of harvest. This actually almost is close to being harvested right now. I don't want it to go into full bloom and get a bunch of flowers all over the place. It'd be a little bit bitter to eat, but I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. And this is the fish compost, right? When I put it in, there was maggots all over it, taking care of the flesh that's in there. Now I think it's like fully decomposed. Oh yeah, see, look, that just comes straight off, right? There's really not much of a smell anymore, which lets me know that most of the flesh is like already decomposed and rotted. Yep, straight through that bad boy. So it already feels super rich. Like this is crazy. You can feel the richness of soil if you're accustomed to dealing with soil. So probably the next couple months I will be using this in my all organic soil mixture and see the results that I get. Now over to my arugula. This thing has taken over like crazy, man. I never would have imagined that arugula can like grow this fast and be this pronounced. But yeah, I got like salads upon salads worth of arugula here, and it's just starting to bolt. So what I'll do, I'll let that actually go to seed, and I'll start over with true seed next harvest, because this is enough arugula for me to be like, I'm gonna just pick off of this and let it regenerate. All right, so over here to the Osaka purple mustard greens. This is just taking over. It looks like a jungle in there. All of this is purple mustard greens. All of this. Very spicy, kind of like wasabi and mustard put together with like a hint of earthy greens. And of course, we've had some warm weather thrown throughout this winter, so they started to throw out their flowers, which is all good. Flowers can be used in dishes as well. Beautiful. So I have those two growing together, right? I got my kohlrabi over here that I harvested one of them. I'll show you guys that a bit later. But I read, or should I say researched, that you're not supposed to let them grow too much past the size of like a softball, because they become real hard and, you know, it's hard to get them tender to eat. But I've seen people grow these to the size of like small children. And in my personal opinion, if they become too hard to enjoy tender and cooking like that, I can always pickle them and have them like a natural antibiotic pickling, you know, little garnish or something like that. Kohlrabi. Harvested all the sunflowers that's in here. I have thousands of sunflower seeds to start over next harvest. My artichokes are looking good. Wormwood doing excellent. More purple Osaka mustard greens. Florida broadleaf mustard greens doing well. And all of this is growing in 50s midday and 30s nightly temperature, right? So, you know, when people say you can't garden in the winter, I just say, hey, what are you planning on gardening? Because you can definitely grow things throughout the winter. It may not be what you want, but you can grow food. Here's another broccoli, giving me another head of broccoli right there, right? So it's definitely possible. Artichoke going strong. We had 34 degrees last night and everything out here is doing well. I even got flowers on my lavender, right? Beautiful, rich smelling lavender. Wormwood's doing great. Green's doing great, right? I have a pepper plant that's trying to regenerate. I'm gonna take this inside and see if it can do what it can do. You know what I mean? I think this is a pak choi. I think this is one of my pak choys right here. It's like a smaller bok choy. Yeah, oh, King China. This is the King China. It's a it's a cabbage actually. Interesting, thought it was a choy. So we'll see how it forms and how it looks when it's fully ready to harvest. Very tight leaf formation, very rich dark green. I know that's gonna be delicious and nutritious. I got my lovage here, which is a medicinal plant. Like a very steep list of medicinal properties. When I researched it, I said to myself, it's something I can just add to the garden and have as a nutritious and medicinal plant. Whenever I find things that help the body, I just go ahead and get 2 or 3 of them. Just because Walgreens does it in a wicked manner, so why can't I do it in a righteous manner? All right, so got some cabbage here. This bad boy needs to be repotted. Even though brassicas hate to be repotted, this will be repotted for sure. Stonehead cabbage. It's already forming, fruiting right there. You know what I mean? And what is this bad boy over here? Oh, this is my Swiss chard that I had from last year, actually. So this actually grew throughout the summer and everything. And this is supposed to be a winter crop. Coming back already. So, once again, when people tell you, hey, you can't really garden during the winter, I challenge that. Yes, you can. You know what I mean? Just put your mind to it. Think outside the box. Think outside of the summer crops that you probably like to eat, and think about survival. Like if you're in hard times, I don't think you're going to be thinking about, oh, I'd rather be eating sweet potatoes or whatever rather than broccoli. Nah, you're going to eat this broccoli. Right? My oregano that I've had for about like 4 years now, I'm going to have to take this bad boy inside. I don't want her to die at all. Faithful plant, very faithful. Right, so That's like a quick update. I have a few more things I can show you guys. More Brussels sprouts. I got more Brussels sprouts. More cabbage. Now, I mean, I think this is a, which one is this one? This is a Paris Island lettuce. Full head. Everything that I've gotten is like tripled or quadrupled in size since I've been in the care of it. You know, I got red leaf lettuce, more artichoke. My mints are doing great. God, I think this is my hyssop. Got hyssop still going good and strong. So, you know, can't complain about that. More cabbage. Something's been eaten on this. And I know it's none but a cabbage worm. When I find it, it's going to be fed to my carnivorous plants. In the meantime, go ahead and live. You good. More Swiss chard. I've got some rosemary here. Kale. Beautiful kale. Know what I mean? More artichoke. Stinging nettle. Bok choy. More bok choy. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. More broccoli. Different kohlrabi. Green variant kohlrabi. Right? Purple kale. Check that out. And in my opinion, the purple kale is more frost tolerant. Now this is a kohlrabi that's split down the freaking middle. I had never seen that. But it just broke off into two different heads of kohlrabi. I've never seen that before in my life. But whatever. It happened in the garden. This is cilantro that's growing strong. Different mint right here. Organic, beautiful mint. Very, very, very fragrant. Full of essential oils. Help the immune system and all of that. More hyssop. Hyssop can't done. Look at all this hyssop. Beautiful. Biblical detoxifying herb. Rid the body of parasites. Rid the body of harsh chemicals. And detoxify the blood. Love my hyssop. Right? Back over to more. I think I showed you guys this one, but this is more broccoli. You know what I mean? So, got chocolate mint. My chocolate mint taking over even better than the spearmint. Crazy. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to take these inside. I don't know if they can tolerate too cold, but they definitely surviving strong after that 34 degree last night. Definitely. Right. So here's something I'm definitely gonna have to take inside, and that's my bitter leaf. You could tell she's kind of shook up from last night. Still holding strong. I gotta make room. I have so much plants indoors already. That is another struggle of being a horticulturist and a botanist, someone who really grows plants for not just medicinal use, but culinary use, survival use, and things like that. You gotta find room to take care of them. When it gets too cold to have them outside, the inside of your house is gonna look like a jungle. But it's a safe haven for your plants, so it's necessary. You gotta do it. But this is my baby right here, man. This is actually a clone from the mother plant over at Mom's house. That's where my garden all started, over at Mom's house, man. A lot of my mother plants are still over there. I don't like moving plants too much from location to location. When they become adjusted to one backyard, they're adjusted to that ecosystem. The amount of sun that it gets, the amount of wind that it gets, the pest issues that are in that specific area, they're adapted to that. When you bring them over to my side of town in Katy, it's still Texas, still, Houston, but we deal with another set of issues over here. My backyard gets blitzed with sun with no shade. I have no trees back here, unlike mom's house that has pear trees, banana trees, all type of elderberries that give shade. I don't have that here, so there's an adjusting process that has to take place. But nevertheless, here goes more bok choy. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Bok choy can done. This is my Napa Bilko cabbage. I keep confusing these for bok choy. Now look at that. That's a so-called cabbage, right? Look how similar that is to the bok choy, and you'll see why I keep confusing them for one another. There's a little bit of difference, but look at this. So similar. A little bit more pronounced white in the flesh down here. I guess that would be the determining factor. But very similar. Very similar. Right? So that's pretty much an update on what's going on back here. It's got a lot of work to do. I got to take a lot of things inside the house. But for the most part, all the cabbages and broccolis and kales and Brussels sprouts and things like that, they can survive freezing temperatures. A lot of them down to like the 20s and teens and stuff like that. Hopefully we don't get to the teens. I've been hearing that we are going to get to the teens, so that's even more room I'm going to have to make indoors. But until then, I'll keep you guys updated. And peace.